This is me in 2019, a pivoting lawyer that casually fell into consulting to escape burnout. Fortunately, I was pretty good at listening to a client and finding the source of their pain points. But here's what I started noticing really quickly. Most people didn't have a marketing problem. They didn't have a more customers problem. They had a structure problem. They didn't know their numbers. Their operations were inconsistent. Their offers weren't clear. And they were making decisions based on emotion instead of data. And I realized I was pretty good at seeing that. I could sit in a 1 hour session and pinpoint exactly where things were breaking down and what needed to happen next. And not in a superficial way, in a very direct, this is the issue, this is what we fix first kind of way. But at the same time, I didn't fully understand the value of that. So I kept doing the work, kept taking on clients, kept refining how I thought about business. And at the same time, my legal background gave me a completely different lens to also consider risk, structure, and sustainability. Then came the shift. I started realizing that a lot of what people were being taught about business was surface level, very trend driven, very do this tactic without understanding the foundation underneath it. And I didn't want to be another person just adding more noise. Instead, I started building my own framework and eventually left and went out on my own. That's where everything began to click. I stopped trying to solve random problems and I started organizing them into stages. Because what a business needs in the beginning is not the same as what it needs when it's trying to stabilize, and definitely not the same as when it's trying to scale. And once I saw that clearly, my work changed. I became a lot more direct, a lot more selective, and a lot more focused on outcomes over activity. At the same time, I had to evolve personally too, because being able to see problems is one thing, but building something that consistently solves them at scale is something else. That meant refining my thinking, tightening my standards, getting very clear on what I do and what I don't do. Now, when I look at where I am today, the difference is clarity. I know exactly who I help. I know exactly what stage they're in when they come to me, and I know exactly what needs to happen to move them forward. And I'm not interested in dragging things out. I don't want you stuck in a program with me for a year just to say you are in something. I want you to get in, address the root cause of your challenges, stabilize your business, and move differently. That's the work, and that's what I stand on now.